What's up, guys? My name's KhaoticK. Back at you guys with a little one today. We're coming at you with the time I geeked on some Teslas. And so this time was when I had taken one orange Tesla, although this orange Tesla was quite highly dosed. Basically up to 300 milligrams. So it was a 250 milligram pill, apparently. And really, this shit really just rattled my motherfucking mind, bro. And yeah, I was geeking hard, bro. I was seeing some crazy shit, some weird ass hallucinations. And we're going to get right into that here in this video. Hope you guys stay high, stay lifted, and hope you guys are enjoying this content. So let's get right into it. So this experience here, it was about 6 years ago. So early 2019. And yeah, it was pretty fucked up, bro. Like basically these orange Teslas, no, I mean, they were good Teslas, right? But, oh man, like, the shit it did to me this night, it was so fucked. So, the day started out pretty normal. This is when I, funnily enough, I had recently lost my job, right? And I had lost my first ever job. So this is my first ever job at McDonald's. I had lost it. And, yeah, so, I was just kind of just in a weird phase. I was going to start using them more, right? Or drugs more. I had kind of stopped with the Molly, but then I had met these group of fucking kids, man. And it really just, at that point, spiraled out of control a little bit. Like, I started doing more Molly. I started doing that bath salt Molly. Like, I had, made a video before on. I had started doing some weird shit, right? Doing acid, shrooms here and there. But luckily, nothing really too major other than that stuff. I did snort a few grams of coke. I started cocaine throughout that time. So, yeah. But is what it is what it is. So, yeah. So, we met this guy, right? And he started kicking it with us. He was all up in my room. He mentioned a plug that had orange Teslas. And the real deal that is what he said, right? And I was like, okay. Yeah, I'm down to chip in. And so I chipped in and got my own, right? And I had gotten 2. And then they gave 1 extra as well. So, yeah, but I'm glad I need more than 1 because 1, oh man, dude, it was too much. Like, I just started throwing up and shit. And shit really hit the fan with the visual hallucinations. So, everyone was back up in the room. At this point, we had picked up the orange Teslas, right? We had picked that shit up. We were ready to get fucked up. And yeah, this was like your equivalent of, going out on the weekend of drinking. But we were doing it in a pill form, right? But ecstasy is completely different than alcohol, so they can't even compare, bro. But in a similar way, the only thing that could compare is the kind of drunkenness. Like, Molly will fuck you up in a way that you never had before. But it will kind of feel like you're drugged out, like you're kind of drunk, but you're just like, you're a little more, aware of yourself in that state. But yeah, Tesla's really, really just, man, they rattled my world this night. So yeah, we were all up in the room. We took our dose, right, all together at the same time, or roughly around the same time. And yeah, the come up, was going to start. So, we were just chilling up in my room, relaxing. I think we put some music on or something. But yeah, it was pretty nice. It was pretty cool. And I was getting ready to fucking roll my tits off. Like, I'm serious, bro. So, later on the night, about like 30, 45 minutes later. So not too later, but yeah. That's as much time that elapsed before I started feeling the effects. So I started feeling like, kind of like butterflies in your stomach. When a drug interacts with your serotonin receptors in your stomach in a certain way, it can kind of feel like you're getting kind of like light-headed, but like in your stomach, if that makes any sense. So like basically you just feel really weird down there. You feel really odd, but you already know what it is. You know what you ingest. At least you know what you took, right? Hopefully, if you tested it. But yeah, so, I was already, knowing that shit was starting to hit me. It was starting to hit me, and then, bro, it was just so basically I started really feeling kind of sick, like pretty fast on that come up. It started hitting way too fucking hard, bro. And I was like, oh shit, I'm about to geek hard as fuck, boy. I gotta fucking go in the bathroom though. And yeah, I don't know. In the beginning, I didn't throw up. So I came out of the bathroom, and then everyone else started, coming up on that shit. And bro, I started just getting more and more sick. And honestly, for me, the roll didn't even hit until I had to throw up. So it was way too much MDMA. I was like, what the fuck, bro? And at that point, I started like getting those eye rolls, right? My eyes started like twitching back and forth really fast. Or not from back and forth, but side to side, right? Nystagmus. But yeah, it was pretty fucking fucked. Okay, so I was like, okay, go to the bathroom right now. I'm about to throw up. So I go to the bathroom, get down. I don't want to miss the toilet. So, and yeah, nah, bro. I pretty much projectile vomited. My stomach just could not handle that shit. It was way too much. And I puked my guts out, bro. But then I started rolling, right? And then this is when shit got really fucking geeky, dog. Like, this is why I say I geeked real hard. I got back in the room, and I started seeing some weird shit. And it didn't hit me at first, but maybe 30 minutes later after I threw up, I started noticing like people's heads swap with the other person in the room. It was creepy as fuck. One person would have the same head as the other. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? How's it even possible? And I already knew it was due to the rapid eye movement, basically, like kind of like what your body does when it sleeps. But yeah, apparently that can, in a certain way, give a hallucination where you see two heads swapping out with someone else. And that has to be related to how your eyes are switching back and forth, twitching like from side to side, which would then, I guess, swap that. But it's so trippy because to you, you're so high on that shit. You literally actually see that. Like, there's no way, you can't even feel your eyes twitching. You don't feel anything. You just look at that and you're like, what is going on? And then you try to rub your eyes. And yeah, bro, like the fucking drug was making faces swap. I was fucking just, there's probably MDA in that bitch. I don't know, bro, but I was getting really fucked up. Because also, if you take enough MDMA, it does convert into MDA in your liver. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? Right? And then, bro, I saw the weirdest fucking thing like take up my vision. So out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, I saw a flower like in the middle of my vision bloom like it was in the spring, almost like in a time lapse. So I saw a flower like go through its whole life cycle, like, starting out, grow, bloom, and then like dissipate. And a good way to picture that, it's like if you looked at a GIF, like say if like a GIF got stuck like in the middle of your, eyes, right? And it started just replaying and replaying and replaying. Now, that would be fucking trippy, right? That's basically exactly what I saw. And it was like a flower in like some field. It was so trippy, bro. But basically, I had to research this shit, bro. Don't believe me or not, but I don't give a fuck. I think it was the flower of life. If you look up the flower of life, it's a spiritual kind of thing that you see, like potentially if you like meditate enough. But for some reason, bro, I swear to God, like I was seeing some like spiritual shit. And yeah, I don't know how it made me see that, but basically it must have tapped into the meditating part of your brain. Like that shit trips you out. I mean, Molly is like trippy as fuck, especially when you take it like an ecstasy form. So this was like ecstasy, right? Obviously. So it could have had MDA, could have had a bunch of other shit in it, right? But I would say I know a really good Molly pill when I take a good one. So it had at least over 200 milligrams of MDMA. And maybe up to 250 because, again, it made me super sick. And for me, I know a dose over 200 milligrams, it had to be slightly over 200 milligrams to make me sick instantly and throw up. But I was, younger, 6 years younger, matter of fact. I was lighter weight. Drugs would have hit me harder anyway. So, orange Teslas, man, That shit smacked. I fucking geeked hard, bro. I was hallucinating. I was seeing faces swap. It's so weird how it only happens in the beginning. It's like maybe an hour or two later, all those hallucinations went away. And they also seem to come on when you smoke weed. So weed has the tendency to bring out the MDMA hallucinations. Because, there was another time when I took actual crystal Molly, bro, and I saw like a demon jump scare me, bro. So I've seen some weird shit, okay? Like shit that you may like, shit that would make you never, ever, ever want to touch that shit again, bro. Shit that would make you think you got laced. And there's no way I did, bro, because I know what being laced feels like. I've taken a meth ecstasy pill, okay? I've taken shit like that. I know what meth feels like even by itself when you swallow it. So, again, I really don't know. But, they could have still put some meth in that. But it's not enough to make you fucking trip balls like on ecstasy, okay? There's something about an ecstasy pill, whether they put MDA in there or the way that high MDMA dose converts into MDA, that does make you hallucinate. And I did find out, like, MDA by itself doesn't make you hallucinate. You probably have to take a lot more. But the combination of MDMA and MDA or MDMA by itself does make you hallucinate. And it's like a tweaker. It's like it puts you into a mini psychosis that you may or may not come out of. It's not even worth it, bro. Don't even like try to like actively see that kind of shit. Because it's all druggy, bro. It's all dumb. It's all fake. Those hallucinations were more than likely not real in any way, shape, or form. But I would say the flower of life, and there was this other time where I discovered my third eye on MDMA, and ever since then, I still see my third eye, okay? So there's some weird spiritual shit that will never go away, that MDMA has definitely unlocked. And I would say that's the positive. There's so much negative to a positive like that. There really is. But would I say my MDMA experience was worth it? I would say it kind of was worth it. But it's more worth it to take the MDMA crystal than the ecstasy, I'm gonna be honest, because your likelihood of overdosing especially, or definitely a come down, is definitely way lower. So you don't want to push the envelope too much with that shit. Take it from me, bro, because shit, bro, I have a lot of experience with that, and I have a lot of like sad war stories and shit about my come downs. Long-term come downs, I'm very experienced with that shit, and I do not say that lightly, okay? And I do not mean that in a positive way. You do not want to have long-term come downs from Molly. And that's just from bad use, okay? So take it from me. You want to take a break. You don't want to abuse that stuff. But other than that, hey, you'll geek hard as fuck, bro. It's fun, okay? But you come to a certain age, like I'm 25 now, it starts hitting the fan, bro. Like it really, really does. And you can't push it anymore with that shit. And honestly, you kind of gain some more self-respect as you get older. You don't want to put yourself through that ringer. You don't want to put yourself through that much of a come down. Like that orange Tesla gave me a come down a little bit. They just all give you come down, so it's not worth it, bro. So stick to normal use. Please test your shit 100% with a bunch of test kits. Probably all the test kits you could probably gather. Yeah, and throw fat tests in there. Make sure you are 100% sure everything you take is safe. And I do not stress that lightly. So I hope you guys, enjoyed this video. Hope you guys stay high, stay lifted. And yeah, really just to sum that all up, the rest of the night was pretty much a normal MDMA ecstasy come down. Didn't really feel much other than that. But yeah, the hallucinations were basically from like within like the first 1 to 2 hours of the experience, which is normal. The other thing is sometimes you can get hallucinations when you're coming down. I didn't this time though. Everything happened in the beginning, so it was pretty interesting. But yeah, just wanted to add that. And again, yeah, leave comment, like, and subscribe, and share this video to your friends. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this content that I will be putting out this month. And please join my harm reduction and substance Discord down in the link description below. And peace out to the next one.